Hi, I'm Sarah Joy. I'm a multi-passionate with lots of ideas, and today I'm working on building an app. This was supposed to be a live stream, but apparently I need to wait 24 hours before I can actually stream on my YouTube channel, so we're just going to pretend. And to be honest, I've kind of restarted recording like 3 times already. But we're just gonna go for it, and it's going to be a little awkward, and I'm going to stumble over my words quite a bit, and there's probably also gonna be some awkward silence, but we're here, we're trying new things, and we're building this app. So this app is called Impulse Buy, and it's meant to help reduce impulse shopping. The idea is that it's a money tracking app for the money that you didn't spend. And I started working on it last year, and I got to the point where in this video you can see you could add new items, you'd get this little celebration screen of how much you've saved, and then you could add more information about the item, like tags, this desire level of like how much you want it, and then answer a few questions that were meant to help stop you from impulse buying it. Questions like, do you have to buy it right now, or can I borrow it or use something else? And yeah, I built it out to that point, but I'm actually starting over because I was so excited about this idea, and I kind of took a shortcut where I didn't use a real database, and instead I used your phone's internal storage. And that's okay, but also not really ideal. So, and there's also a few other things that I want to have the chance to just revisit. This was the old version of it. I'm using this website called Flutterflow to build it, and it's like a drag and drop app builder. Yeah, and what was I talking about before that? Oh yeah, I'm rebuilding it because I wanted to use an actual database, and there were just some other like UI things that I wanted to revisit and redo. Yeah, and so I've restarted working on it this week, and this is as far as I've gotten. I've basically just started a new project, and I also set up a database. I'm using Supabase, and I set up the tables for it. I don't know if that's everything I need, but that's everything I could think of for now. And I also sort of scaffolded out and made some of the, I think I made all of the pages that I need for the app, but they're just like stubbed in. It's all sort of fake data, just to get a sense of things. And none of the design is like what it will actually be. These are all just templates from Flutterflow. So there's the main landing page, which will be like the main list of everything. There's the item detail page, which will also double as like the edit page for the item detail information. There's the login page, the search page, settings, which I built out a little bit more than all the other ones, and then this one called Total Celebration, which is supposed to be a really fun moment of celebrating how much you've not spent. I think the biggest thing I got done this week was through using Supabase. It has authentication sort of built in, so I got through the process of letting people create accounts, and then you can log in, and you can also update your account email and information. And I didn't get around to deleting accounts, but that's because it's a little bit more involved, and I think I'm just going to save that for when I get to doing all the settings stuff. So down here in the account section, there's downloading data, logging out, and deleting the account. So I think I'm just going to hold off to do it till then, just so that I can get to the more exciting stuff of actually creating items and listing things and things like that. Okay, so today I think what I want to get done is creating an item. Also, you know what? Let's actually run a test instance of this so that we can see it live, and also close these out. Actually, I'll keep that one open. This is the old one, and this will be the new one. Taking a bit to build. So basically what I want to do today is add this little form down here of adding a new thing that I wanted to buy, like let's say we want to buy a plant. So yeah, there's pretty much just the title and the cost of it, and then add celebration page, and then it takes you to like this bigger form where you can add in all of that stuff. So I think I want to at least get through. Okay, I think this instance of the app is actually broken. So maybe if I delete it, it'll not break. Okay, cool. Because yeah, I think if I save it, it'll break everything, and I just don't want to try fixing it because I'm starting over from scratch anyways. But yeah, I want to get through adding this form at the very least, adding it, and then it'll take us to that new page, which is really this page, but as a form. Cool. Okay. Do I remember? I think I did. It goes up to 8. Cool. It's weird how that background color is the same. Okay, so yeah, so that was the login process. This is the landing screen of the main list. And then there's the settings. And this is supposed to be a little search icon, and this will be a search. Okay, so what we want to do, I'm going to make, you know what, I might as well put it on the screen. Let's make a little built-out list of what we want to do. So, I kind of want to do this. Oh look, I already started it. Create main list page, add item page, list page. Add a form that takes title and cost, on submit, opens, add item page with a form, accepts all of the different properties and things that we need. The button will say add. And then a note here of maybe pre-populate the status of we want this thing and the desire level of just, actually I don't know why that would be pre-populated. Let's not do that. And hide the cost since we just added it, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, okay, let's start with adding a form that takes title and cost. And the other thing is, now, like I said, we added a database. So before I was just saving it to the app's store, which is somewhere here. One of these. Maybe it's that one, app values. But now we'll have to actually create. So when do we want to do that? Do we want to do that from the very beginning of when we add that first form add it from that first form, or do you want to do it? I think that would make sense. So we'll add make API call to add item row. And then after this form submit, it will make API call to update item row. Okay. Also need to watch the time. Alright, so let's just start with adding a form here. And we just need a title and cost input fields. So let's see where we want to put it in. We've got our column. Probably we don't want it inside of our list views. Okay, I see. So let's add a row to this column. And can I align it to the... Oh, that aligns the things inside of it. How do I align you to the very bottom and keep you there? Okay, that's not super important right now. I think I'm also kind of just holding off on like design and UI and UX things till later. I just want to get like the functionality built in, because that's really, I feel like, makes the big difference. How is input not, is it called text? Text field. Okay, we want a text field, and then I like having them side by side, so I think we can just duplicate this. Yes, allow. Perfect. And then this one we can at least do like a make you be 80%. No? 20? That doesn't seem like it did anything for the width. Space evenly, center. I would think that would work. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. So this is going to be, I don't know if this is like official copy that will last forever, but I like it for now. The latest temptation. And this is going to be the cost, or should we say the price? We'll call it cost. And then okay, about properties, we'll just get rid of that for now. No autofocus. I want to set the type. Here we go. Number with decimal for that one. And then do we need anything else? I don't think so. Oh, we need a submit button for sure. Okay. And then this one, let's get rid of the border radius, get rid of the autofocus, and it's text, so that's fine. So let's add a submit button. And what did we call it before? Add. Add a little bit of padding there. Yeah, how do I get this guy to expand? Flex? Yeah, okay. So we want you to have a flex of 2. There we go. You have a flex of 1. I don't know if we need both of those, but that's good enough. That's good enough for now. That's that's the whole point right now. And then let's also just give this a little spacing at the top. Okay, so latest implementation cost add, and on add we want to make the API call to add the item to the row, and then we also want to navigate to the edit item form, parentheses, in new view, which is just to say that if we want to have differences like these things, they will be that. Okay, so I don't know, there might be something else that I'm missing in this flow, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. For now, let's try adding an item to our Supabase database. There's one thing I want to check before we do that. So I'll be adding them to this items table, and I just want to double check what's like marked as required. It looks like all of these things created at title, cost, updated at, and those two are auto-populated with whatever the time is now. But it looks like status is nullable, want level is nullable, user ID is nullable. Cool. I think that's also visible here somewhere if we go Supabase. Yeah, items. Yeah, cool. I think that asterisk means it's required. Yes, sweet. So we should be good then, because we're getting the title and the cost. Create a new row, and then it'll send it back to us, and we can update it with the status, want level, user ID. Why do I... No, yeah, okay, that makes sense, because an item can ever only belong to one user. It doesn't need a separate... It's not a many-to-many relationship. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, we should be good to try adding this action. Let's try it. Add action. Backend database, Supabase, insert row. Insert row, table items, set field. Not the ID, because it will do that for us. The title. Value is going to be the latest implementation. And then this one is the cost. The value is widget state cost. And then maybe we might have to save this new item in somewhere locally, so that when we go to a new page, or actually wait, if we do a navigate to item detail, can we pass it some? Yeah, we can pass it at a parameter. Parameter, new item. What will it be? You know, I'm Supabase row, sure. It's not going to be required. Table name, items. Okay, so we're just going to say that for now. open this back up. So hit that button. It sends this call to the Supabase to add this. It returns our new item, and then it will navigate to item detail. And we want to pass it new item. Yes, thank you. I think we'll also want to pass it just a Boolean, maybe of like, oh, this is a new item, because I plan on using that same form to also edit the items. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, so we have an error. Parameter new item passed by button action to item detail is not properly set. What? Oh, because I have to set it. Action output new item. And yeah, no further changes. Perfect. Okay, I think that means we can test this out now. So here, let's refresh. Can I refresh? Did you expire? I think, did it expire? Maybe it expired. Let's try. Let's just start a new one. So when we add it there, we should be able to see it here in this table. And then we should also see it, I think, in the debugging console. It will show us the parameter that we pass to the item detail page when it navigates to here. Oh man. I didn't think I was ready to convert this into a form, but I feel like it's already that time, so guess we're gonna maybe do that now. Okay, I'm also going to open up this console. Oops, don't like that though. And I'm not signed in. I don't remember 5's password, so okay, latest temptation. Let's say Rice Krispie treats. Big box is what, like, I have no idea actually. Let's say $12. And we got some errors. We got a post error 4 through forbidden. Okay. Right. So this is the other thing that I did not think about. Auth policies for this table. Okay. Right now, all that's set is this. And basically these auth policies are like who can add things to this table, who can update which rows, things like that. Because you don't want some stranger to be able to like change your items up, you know? And right now, all that's on this table is that all items access applied to public. Wait. What do you mean? Oh. Wouldn't that mean that? Why would I have not be able to add to it then? Okay, we're just going to delete that. I think what we want... I think that's what... Oh yeah, was that what that one was? That said? I don't know. Okay, you know what? Let me go look at what I did for that other table. How do I just have to go back to tables? Okay. So for the users, this is what I ended up doing. I have enable all for users based on auth ID. And then for insert, enable insert for authenticated users only. And to be honest, I'm not 100% sure about these, like, before publishing this app, I definitely have to get a second opinion and get someone to like validate that these are the right ways to go and that everything is secure. But I think basically this is saying that the insert rule is saying that you can only insert if you're authenticated. And I thought this rule was supposed to be okay, so this is, you can do all of these item actions, select, insert, update, or delete if you're logged in, if the auth person's UID is the ID in that row. So basically, if it's your own account, you can update it, which is right. So for insert, I feel like that should be fine. Something similar, if you can insert if, what? Yeah, no, that's fine, I didn't change anything. So you can insert if you are authenticated. Do they have other inserts? Oh, also this. I think, excuse me. This one could work. So enable insert for users based on user ID. Assumes that your table column has a column user ID, which it does, and allows users to insert rows with the user ID matching their ID. So basically you can only make items for yourself. That sounds good. Okay, let's try that. And we'll come back for the other ones. Let's just try this now and see if it does that. I don't know if I have to get this schema again, update the schema in Flutterflow. So let's just try reloading here. And seeing if that works. So, latest temptation, Rice Krispies, $12. Okay, so let's try, before we change that, let's just try getting the schema again, and now reloading. No. Dang. New row violates row level security policy for table items. Why? Oh, I know why. Because we're not sending the user ID. It needs that so that it knows that it is the user. Okay. So in this action, we want to add field user ID. There we go. And the value is the authenticated user's user ID. Boom. Maybe. Cross your fingers. Okay. Now let's try instant reload. Clear this out. No! Why? It still violates it. Okay. So we're passing it cost, title, user ID. What are you? I wish you would tell me, like, why it was being violated. Is there a place that would tell me that? Like, is there a place somewhere here? Real time? No. Logs? Last hour. Yeah. Looks like this was it. I don't know if this is actually going to help me. Authorization payload. Yeah. Roll, submit. No. Why would it not? What am I missing? Enable insert for users based on user ID. On public items, we'll check auth ID as UID equals user ID. And we are authorized. This is our user ID. Am I wrong in that it would... I'm pretty sure it auto-creates these two. Right, like it said that here. Supabase, items, has default. So I feel like those should be fine. Foreign key, okay, oh. Could it be a mismatched data type? How can I get a better response, like error, message, hint null, message neuro violates roast level security policy for table. Okay, wait, let's just try deleting it and see. I just had a thought that maybe the data type for the cost doesn't match up. There's like so many different options for numbers in Supabase, and I'm not super familiar with it. So let's just try getting rid of this policy for now and just seeing if that okay, let's just try that. Let's see if that makes a difference at all, or if it doesn't. I don't actually want cheese, but cheese is expensive, so... Okay, cool, no, still failing, perfect. Violates real level security policy, but we don't have one in place anymore. Uh-huh. What if we just make everything or all to authenticated with check? I can't edit that. Use check expression. No. Okay, I guess I have a couple of questions for the internet. One, Supabase and Flutterflow. Do I have to get schema? Uh, every time I update my, what are these? The policies. Settings turn off on all tables. Okay. I mean, does this show us? It doesn't say anything about the policies on it. Right. Okay, wait. I think for it to be able to add something to it, I'd need to return this off if we wanted to check that. So, yeah, I feel like it's worth trying to figure out what the right frickin' policy would be. But I really thought that this one would be the right one. Enable insert for users based on user ID. But also, did this one not work? Did we try this one? Did we try enable insert for authenticated users only? Let's try that one. And I don't know, I feel like with policies it shouldn't need a new thing. Or it shouldn't need to be refreshed. Okay. This is good. This is great. Cut schema. Reload this. What am I missing? Oh man. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. That was just opening it up in a new tab and it couldn't do it. It still just violates it. What am I missing? What don't I understand? Users. Authenticated user only. Okay, let's let's look at some documentation. You can think of them as adding a where clause to every query. Individuals can view their own to-dos on to-dos for select using select auth ID equals user ID. Would translate to select everything from to-dos table where auth UID equals to-dos user ID. Okay, yeah, so that's basically what we want. Insert policies. Okay, so what am I feel like that's what we have set up. Like, I feel like this should definitely be working, the authenticated users only clause, or this one, the users based on user ID, because it does have a user ID. It has a user ID field. It does over here, and it is a foreign key. Dang. Can I not actually see the data that it's sending? Event message. Get 401, select limit. Metadata request. Sorry, was this not the post? This is, oh no, that's a get. Like, where's the data that we're sending to it? Method, payload, no, API key, I don't think that's, search, URL, response. Why can I not see what I'm sending? Is it under details? Well, this has been really fun. I'm glad we got so far together today. You know, I feel like this is what people really need to tell other people about learning how to code and learning how to program and things. Is just, you will spend most of your time debugging stuff and not knowing why something's not working and spending your time figuring out why it's not working. And you have to enjoy it too. I feel like it's actually really important that you enjoy the figuring out why something's not working. And I do. I also just feel awkward doing it. Like, in a recording that I'm going to share with the internet. And I'm like, wait, here, listen to 20 minutes of me not knowing what the heck is going wrong. Okay. So options are continue trying to figure out what the right row level security policy would be, or turn it off, turn off the policy for this table, make it publicly readable and writable, just to test that we can create it and that all the other information is right. So yeah, we're just gonna do that for just for a minute, just so that we have something else to do. Let's get the schema. I assume we have to do this every time we change something. If you work with Supabase and Flutterflow, please let me know if I don't need to get my schema every time I update something, because it is a little bit annoying. But okay, let's see if we get rid of the rules. Will there be some other blocker that we'll have to fix after the rule is gone? It still didn't work. Okay, we gotta insert or update on table items violates foreign key constraint item status. Oh. Key status is not present in table status. Why are you trying to connect to a status? Like, oh, why are you generating a random? You shouldn't be generating a random thing. Should we, wait, let's try not getting the schema and seeing if that actually updates. Look at that. Look at that. That's a font. Yay, look, it made a thing. It sent it back, titled cheese. There's our user ID. And there it is there. Cool. And then it also did that second step of navigating us to the item detail page with a page parameter of the new item of the entire Supabase row. Okay. Alright, let's see. I've been recording for about 50 minutes now, and I do feel like 20 of those minutes were just me not knowing what to do for these policies, for the policy of creating new things, new rows in this items table. I think, man, I really don't know why that just didn't. Like, I really don't understand why this doesn't work. Enable insert for users based on user ID. Because this user ID, like, that's view, yeah, so like that's pointing to the user. And we're passing it that user ID to create with. Okay, we're just gonna try one more time, just for shits and giggles. We'll just refresh that, and you're about to expire, so let's just start a new session. And who knows? I don't think that that other issue was relevant to this issue, but let's just try it one more time. Get the error one more time, just for funsies, and then we'll call it a day, at least for this recording, and I'll probably try to figure it out. Watch me figure it out right after I stop recording. Okay. Let's get our console. Just clear everything out. Jeez. Yeah. Violates row level security policy. I just wish you would tell me how it violates the policy. Like, could you tell me why it violates the policy? Alright, I'm gonna do some Googling and try to figure that out. We did that. We did that too, but we just need the final piece of figure out policy. Insert policy. And then we'll be good to go. Thanks for sticking around and watching this, or not. Thanks for dropping by if you dropped by and aren't listening anymore. And yeah, hopefully next week I'll actually be able to try streaming for the first time, and we'll see how that goes. See you then.